Express, which is the computer system being used in the poetry course, takes no particular training in order to operate it beyond an ability to type. And we use the keyboard to specify commands to the system which set up questions, insert comments, and browse through the system in a manner to set up dialogues. A dialogue not only with poetry, but also with professors, with other students in the course. This dialogue feature can be used as little or as much as possible at the student's own behest, and he can use initials of himself or of other students to browse selectively through a particular set of comments or a particular set of questions. And furthermore, what is really exciting is he can blaze a new trail by looking at themes or images in a set of poems and entering his thoughts into the hypertext for others. This kind of selective browsing and adding to the creative graffiti, you might call it, we hope to use to develop a different kind of community with professors and students working together to develop a true process of learning. Using the system is a straightforward procedure. The student identifies himself and types in the session name and the unit number, and then lets the computer subdivide the screen into up to 4 sections, which we call windows. The main poem then appears in one of the windows, and it is as if it were on a scroll. The reader can cause the computer to move the text in through the window. Now, when he comes to a spot in reading where there is a reference to secondary material, a special marker appears and a little teaser next to the marker which explains what would be seen if that option were taken. The instructor can control how many of those options actually appear on the screen, but the student has the choice of which to follow and which not. Now, it's a little bit like choosing a good Chinese meal. The student can stick to the tried and true, but we of course encourage him to be as adventurous as possible. In the same manner that he does browsing, he can also use the light pen and the keyboard to enter in a response or ask a question. We're aware that some students might actually revel in the gymnastics of a sophisticated writing and retrieval system like this. Now, we don't want to subordinate material to the system, nor is the system merely being used to provide an alternative to a classroom experience. What we are striving for is to make a flexible system with lots of interesting material so that we may serve the needs of a genuinely contemporary student. Now notice that an equal burden falls to the system and to the student. The student cannot be passive. The system responds to the student, and after a while the technical machinations do disappear. But for the system to function, to really function, it needs animating human presence.